Unfortunately, I don't create a multiplayer shooter, otherwise my ladder animations could look like this. Instead, they look like this. Today I'm going to show you by far the most time-consuming and frustrating part of developing my character so far. The simple act of climbing ladders. Now some of you are probably thinking something like, all you need is a climb up and climb down animations and a bit of vertical character movement. Believe me, I wish you guys were right. First of all, we need not just 2, but 7 animations, minimum. We can't just use any animations. We need animations that are all based on the same rung spacing and can transition seamlessly into each other. This means that the end position of the start climb animation must match the start position of the climb up or climb down animations. In addition, some of the animations must be able to loop perfectly. I also rely on root motion for the climbing animations. This means that it is not a controller that moves the character up and down, but the animations alone. If the animation is not absolutely precise, there would be an offset between the character and the ladder on higher ladders. This means that hands and feet would no longer rest on the individual rungs at some point. I use my own character model and my own character rig, so not a single animation pack in the world is accurate enough with my character. In this case, there are 2 possible solutions. I can either create the animations myself, which in my opinion is impossible if you don't have the relevant background knowledge, or I can use an existing animation pack and retarget and edit all the animation clips so that they work perfectly with my character. I went with the second option and edited animations from existing purchased animation packs using the Cascoder software. Not only did I have to learn the software first, no, it also took me many hours to modify the animations. Good, now we have our animations. Now it's time to implement the logic. And there are also so many things to consider here. We need invisible triggers that put the character into the ladder climb state and tell the character the exact starting position. I have decided that the character must look at the ladder to enter the state. This prevents unintentional ladder climbing. In addition, the player has to walk against the ladder for a fraction of a second. In my opinion, there's nothing worse for the flow of the game than mistakenly executed actions. We now have another problem. The character's collider is too large and causes the character to be too far away from the ladder when climbing. This results in feet and hand not resting on the rungs. For this reason, I have adjusted the logic and no longer allow the collider to react to geometry during climbing, but only to triggers. It is extremely important to reactivate the collider at the right time so that the character does not fall through the floor. After countless hours and a lot of testing, climbing now works smoothly, and exactly as I imagined it would. I also implemented the option to cancel the climbing process at any time by pressing a button and dropping the character. It annoys me in many games when you can't do this and are forced to climb for another 10 seconds. In the future, however, I will have to take a few more things into account. What should happen if the character is attacked while climbing? Should it also be possible to jump onto ladders and continue climbing from the contact point? I'd like to address one more thing that will probably be mentioned in the comments anyway. Yes, the climbing animation would be nicer if the character would alternately grab the next higher rung on both sides. Unfortunately, I'm a little dependent on the animation pack I'm using, and the climbing animation is only available in this variant. I will try to create a new variant based on this animation, but my animation skills are very limited. I hope you find this video interesting and you got an impression of how complex the seemingly simplest things can be. Thanks for tuning in, and if you want to support me and my project Welkin, please wishlist it on Steam. It's a quick and huge help for me, guys. Thank you. Take care, guys, and see you soon for the next video. Bye bye.